Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Bridget and today for us I have an April resource roundup video. Before I get into the video, make sure to subscribe and click that notification bell so you are notified about new uploads of mine. So let's go ahead and get into it. So the first resources I want to show you were purchased from Teachers Pay Teachers. This is what the Teachers Pay Teachers website looks like, and it is a platform where creators of resources such as SLPs, educators, are producing resources for others to download or buy. So the first one I have is this Pet Care Boom Cards deck by Emily B. Speech. I'm going to go over to Boom Cards, and then you can see I already have it here in my library. So let me go ahead and open that up for us. So this is what the first slide looks like. You can see it says Pet Care. Work on following directions, spatial concepts, life skills, target core vocabulary, and more. You click the I'm ready button, and then you select what animal you want to take care of. So I'm going to select the dog. So there's text at the top of each slide, also with pictures of core words, and then you can move around some of the objects. I'll show you that on the next slide. This says, this is Buddy. He is a yellow lab. We are going to take care of him. You click the next button, and then Buddy needs some dog food. Let's use the can opener to open the can. And you can see the core words on the top left, and then I can move the can opener, or I can pretend to open the can. And then you go to the next, you put the dog food in the bowl, and that's what a lot of these scenes are. There will be text at the top, moving items, the core words to the side. Okay, so hopefully you were able to hear that, but in this particular scene, there's another dog and he will bark. All of the different animals have at least one slide with sound, and you can replay that sound. And then I would move the dog next to Buddy, and it will play the sound again. So as it said on the introductory slide, this is great for core words or core vocabulary, spatial concepts. You could use this for following directions if you feel comfortable giving your student remote control access on Zoom. There's a lot of different ways to use this, and it's just sort of a fun way to target a lot of concepts. It's by Emily B. Speech. The next item I want to show you is also on Boom. There's quite a few of these that will be on Boom. This is the Boom Cards platform. It's a platform with all types of different flashcard-like decks, and you can purchase Boom Card decks on Boom Cards itself in the store, or you can purchase it on Teachers Pay Teachers. The next one I'll show you is this Speech Click It L by Stacy Crouse. It's an articulation game. It looks like when you open it, she has the sounds in all of their positions, including blends for L. I'll select L initial. On the first page is all of the words that will appear in this deck with their pictures. Once you've reviewed them, click the next button, and then it's a matching game similar to if you've played Spot It before, where the student is looking for the two images on the squares that match. So in this case, we have lock. You can click on the locks to make sure the student knows that's the matching item. For me, when I do articulation with students, if it's something like this where I know I will get a lot of repetitions, I aim for 100 repetitions of a sound. I'll have the student say the word 5 times. You could have them say it 10 times and then move on to the next one. This is great to use with both elementary and middle school students, and this is just a simple but fun and effective way to work on articulation. This dog-themed inferencing for speech therapy by KKnight Therapy. Click the start button. She provides suggestions for how you could use this and what it's going to look like. Click the home button. Then you're going to select an image to start. Let's pick this happy looking dog here with the sunglasses and his toys. Click the arrow button, and then you will see a speech bubble, a thought bubble, and a heart. You can type in each one, and you ask the students, what might the dog be saying? You might be saying, let's play, right? Because he has all of his toys surrounding him. The thought bubble. What do you think the dog is thinking? I'm going to have a great day. And the feeling bubble. What emotion do you think the dog is feeling? Happy. So there's also some follow-up questions you can ask. Have you ever felt this way, and when? What could be going on here? Is there a problem here? If so, how could it be fixed? So lots of opportunities for inferencing. I've used this with my students working on inferencing, also language, producing grammatically correct sentences, describing, social pragmatics. I've used this for pretty much every goal. It's great for all ages. I've used this with my elementary students and my middle school students. Just a great deck overall. To move to the next one, you can click submit if you want. To move to the next one, you can either click the next arrow and it will take you to the next picture. Or if you want to select a different picture or you want the student to request a picture, click the home button and you'll be taken back to the home page. So this is by KKnight Therapy. Next, I have quite a few of these, but I'm just going to pull up one. It's this Articulation Theater are by Joy SLP. I found these in the store on Boom Learning. Let's open one up. This is what it looks like. To show you what it looks like, I'm going to click initial. So it's a script. You can see there's two people. So you can either do this if you have one student, you will be one person, and then they will be the other. Read through the script. And then what I do is once I've gone through all three scripts, so there's initial, medial, and final for TH, then I'll go back to the first one and we'll switch roles. So that way I get more trials of that sound. So you just have them read through. You can highlight the words with the sound that the student is working on. So each script is 2 pages. So they're all short, but they have a lot of repetition of whatever sound you're working on. So those have been really great for both, again, elementary and middle school students. It gets a lot of trials in. It's more natural. I have a lot of students where they have progressed to the sentence level of their sound. So that's a great way to target sounds at the sentence level. This Figurative Language Idioms Boom Card Deck by Two Sisters Therapy. So this is what it looks like. It reviews what is an idiom. It has questions about understanding idioms using context clues, which is what I will be showing you. They also have practice for matching idioms and explain idioms. Okay. So you will be given a sentence at the top. The figurative language will be underlined, or the idiom rather will be underlined, and then it gives the student 4 multiple choice options. So for this one, my big math test is today, and I have butterflies in my stomach. So you'll ask the student, what does butterflies in my stomach mean? And they'll have these 4 options to pick from. So let's say they know this one and they select I'm nervous. It will tell you the correct answer by making that ding sound with a green circle around it. This has been great to use with my middle school students. Many of them are working on figurative language, and this provides them in context. So they're not just kind of guessing. Once you've done this part, if you go back to the home menu, you could try the explain it idioms. And what this looks like is you have the idiom and then the student has to tell you what it means. So this is a great resource because it's differentiated, it has different levels, and it's just great practice for idioms. This is again by Two Sisters Therapy. So the first is this free WH questions for teaching for speech therapy, Easter theme. This is by Teaching Autism. There are 2 different scenes. One is you can see of the children doing different Easter activities. The other is of these bunnies. And then there are different sets of questions. What's great about this resource is that there are questions for nonverbal students where they could do pointing. And then there's questions for students that do communicate verbally. Great tool overall to use. Again, by Teaching Autism. Okay, the next thing I want to show you is this. It's titled Easter Free. It's by File Folder Heaven, and it is a book. This one is called Where is Chicky Hiding? So let me open that up for us. So how this works is it's a story. It's really cute, very simple. The students are working on prepositions. So for example, this page says, where's Chicky hiding? Where can Chicky be? He's blank the pink egg, as we can plainly see. And the student will match the preposition cards that she has over here to the picture here. And then they would say, Chicky is on top of the pink egg, as we can plainly see. So this was a great resource to use with my elementary student. The next one I'm going to show you is this Articulation Silly Sentences Later Sounds. You can see all of the sounds that are offered here. It's quite an extensive packet for articulation. This is by Speech with Sharon on Teachers Pay Teachers. Okay, so what's great about this is she says it can be used for grades 1st through 12. Each page has a different sound that it targets, and they're loaded sentences. So the sentences have that particular sound multiple times throughout the sentence. I used this with my middle school students, and this is a great resource to use for all ages, for all students working on articulation. And it's quite comprehensive. It has S, L, R, T, H, S, H, C, H, and J. These middle school grammar worksheets, speech and language, no prep, speech therapy. These are by the Pedi Speechie. So this is a whole packet of worksheets. This is great for middle school students, as you can see here. And sheet has 3 separate challenges. And then there's multiples of these worksheets. The 3 challenges, the first one is correct the sentence. So you're given a sentence. For example, this one says, they is going to the game. You ask the student, what word do we need to change to make the sentence correct? Challenge 2, write a grammatically correct sentence that is complete using the target words. So the student is in 2 words or 2 phrases. For example, because and test is the first one. Finally, challenge 3, you unscramble the words to make a correct and complete sentence. So you're given words in a random order. So for example, we store are to the going. That obviously is not a correct sentence. So hopefully the student will say, we are going to the store. Here, how my behavior affects others' activities, worksheets, and task cards digital. On each of these red cards is a situation. And then the student is asked how the dialogue or what you have said would make the other person feel. Or you could ask, why was that inappropriate to say? And then finally, what you could have said instead. Comprehensive. So well done to Misty's Autism Homeroom. I hope that this resource roundup was helpful. Please put in the comments any questions, any comments that you have. You can also email me and DM me. I hope this was enjoyable. And until next time, see you later. Bye.